The hot drink? Thanks,
Jackie. Nearly time to open up this shop, Mrs. Banstead.
A very true remark, Jackie. Only 3 more minutes, and then we find out if divorcing my husband, moving to Gloucestershire, opening an exclusive lingerie shop in a practically brand new shopping mall was such a good idea after all.
You said it, Mrs. B.
No tea for you, Jackie?
Thanks, but no thanks. Can't seem to face it somehow with my eating disorder.
Flip the sign, Jackie. Let's let everyone in Gloucesterford know that Pippa's Nicks is open for business.
Selling lingerie.
That's the new lingerie shop that's just opened, isn't it?
That's right, dear. Pippa's Nicks, they reckon it's called.
I'll pop round later and wish her luck.
She'll require it. This mal's been open, what, 18 months? And she's, what, the 6th business to go in there?
They say 6th time lucky.
They say a lot of things, amigo. They say a cafe proprietor, what, not a million miles away from here, has a very nice new French boyfriend?
Early days, Pam, very early.
If it doesn't work out, dear, post him through my slots. My hot water bottle's getting distinctly moth-eaten. No, seriously, Roger, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that lady. They reckon that part of the mall is under quite an ancient gypsy curse, let alone the fact she's very new to lingerie and her assistant has an eating disorder. It's all very que sera brouhaha.
I don't know where you get your info, Pam.
Osmosis, dear. You pick up a lot one way or another selling Belgian chocolates. Toodaloo, or should I say, arrivederci.
Just popping out for my break, Jackie. Can you cover for me? You really must chase up those flesh-toned cleavage grippers. They're way overdue. Is something wrong, Jackie?
Oh, it's nothing. You know I have that ludicrously irresponsible, unprotected group sex session in that remedial jacuzzi in Hove.
Near Brighton, yes.
Well, I've just had this official letter.
Oh, no, from the hospital?
No, from the pizza parlour. I've only gone and won the raffle. A complete 3-year civil engineering course. Free protractors, the lot. I thought my life was in lingerie and now I don't know what's going on.
Honestly, life. Let's close up early tonight and have a good old natter while we're folding those aerobic girdles.
Right you are, Mrs. Banstead. Oh, and Mrs. Banstead.
Yes, Jackie?
Thanks.
Give me a Belgian chocolate, Pam. It's been quite a morning.
I know what you need, a ginger and kiwi truffle.
A bit early. What the blow?
Speaking of blow, dear, I don't think it's all sweetness and light chez Roger, or should I say sonne lumière. Looks like a right little thesaurus going on over there.
I may be very naive, Pierre, but in my day, cookery class meant breaking an egg with one hand, not licking melted chocolate off the pectorals of a Salvation Army trombonist. What have you got to say?
Je ne regrette rien.
I bet you don't.
Oh, come on, Roger. Vive l'amour. At least I'm honest. I don't give you a lot of, how do you say, broderie anglaise. Who is this?
One of my regulars. He ain't. And I don't care for the look of him. Cappuccino? Pierre can whip you up a frothy one in no time.
No, thank you. As a committed Aberdonian, I prefer a cocoa-based beverage. But never mind all that. I'm looking for Mrs. Banstead, trading under the name of Pippa's Nicks.
That's Pippa's Nicks. But I happen to know she's just shimmied out for a Belgian chocolate. Shall I tell her you came with a query?
That's the name. I will return.
Je reviens.
Oh, my.
Who is it, Roger? Is it an old flame?
More like a blooming blowtorch, my French friend. Mr. McAuliffe is from the Environmental Health.
to reorder those fishnet groin enhancers, Jackie. They've sold like hotcakes. You know, quickly. Jackie?
Sorry, Mrs. B, it's Keith again. The dilemma is he and I are worlds apart. I live, eat and breathe lingerie.
This type of thing?
But Keith, no way Jose. He doesn't know a buttock split tanga from a hip-level netball brief.
Tricky. Is he Asian?
He's never mentioned being.
Wouldn't you know it? I have to deliver 2 pounds of mix to the town hall pronto, and I've laddered my stockings from bunion to breakfast time. Do a girl a favour, Pippa. Got any 30 Daniel biscuit surprise?
Oh, I expect so.
Pregnancy strength if you've got 'em.
Good morning.
I hope you'll still think so when you find out the reason for my visit. I called earlier. McAuliffe, Environmental Health.
Shall I call a uniformed security employee, Pippa?
No, hold your ponies, Pam. How can I help you, Mr. McAuliffe?
I'd like to inspect your coffee-making facilities, your roller towel mechanism.
Why, surely. And?
There is a little matter of the employee's lavatory. Shall I lead the way?
Phew-wee, I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of his waste pipe. He's a tough cookie with no reprisals. What's wrong, Jackie? Pippa's in the clear hygiene-wise, surely. I don't suppose she's got a cracked lavatory pan harbouring harmful bacteria?
Many a true word, Pam. We meant to do up the washroom as soon as we opened, but we've been so busy with our sky-high sales.
Don't tell me, you just never got around to it.
That's about the dimensions of it, Pam.
As I say, I'll have to check the pile on that pedestal map, but if it is below the recommended 2 millimetres of candle wick, there may be a fine.
Comprende.
As we say just outside Aberdeen, see you later. Good day, ladies.
What did he say needed doing?
What didn't he? My lavatory's the wrong height, my potpourri needs updating, and my ball cock falls outside common market guidelines. I've got to rip out the whole thing and start all over again.
We'll manage, Mrs. Banstead. Keith
You don't understand, Jackie. Mr. So-called McAuliffe is coming back in exactly 45 minutes from now. 3/4 of an hour.
And hasta la vista with the coffee, Pierre. There's a right little 2 and 8 penny going on round at Pippa's. And while we're on the subject, you're no good at reconnecting carses, I suppose.
But, oh yes, in France, I ran a complete, how do you say, plumbing and bathroom installation service.
Right. I need you, mon brave. You get your monkey wrench round to Pippa's Vitamore, while I have an itsy-bitsy badinage with our sanitary inspector here. Let's see if I can't put a bit of health into his environment. Menopause or no menopause.
There. I'm not saying that it will be featured in House and Garden,
The magazine.
but at least you won't be infringing the Car and Health and Safety Act, Clause 7, subsection 5.
Pippa! Pippa! Is Mr. McAuliffe with you?
No, but he can come whenever he likes now.
No, you failed to follow, Pippa. I treated him to a few liqueur chocolates round the shop just to give you a bit more time. I thought he was acting a bit strange, but
I don't get it, Pam.
he left this behind.
That's one of those medical alert propelling pencils, isn't it? It looks like an ordinary propelling pencil, but it carries details of the owner's medical history and alerts hospital staff to any allergies or particular drug requirements.
Well, I still can't puzzle it out, Pam.
Read it for yourself, Pippa. Stanley McAuliffe is an alcohol-dependent diabetic. He shouldn't drink liqueurs, and he should absolutely never touch chocolate.
I'll go and check the gents. He may be slumped uncomfortably up against one of the urinals.
OK, Pierre. Oh, and Pierre.
Yes, Pippa?
Thanks.
Jackie, have you seen Pierre?
He's gone to the gents, Roger.
Oh, has he? Well, this time my fine French friend has gone too flipping far.
No, wait, Roger, I can explain.
Don't say a word, Pierre. Just pack your portmanteau and get the heck out of my life. I had big plans for us, but you and I have reached the end of an era. Or to put it into your lingo, a cul-de-sac. Of course, the silly thing is, by the time I realised it was a misunderstanding, I'd already taken the overdose. Anyway, thanks for your help, Pam.
No, lace off my cleavage, dear. I always keep a stomach pump under the counter anyway. Who's she, Roger? She looks what? A bit mysterious?
I couldn't say. But the last of the big spenders, she ain't. She's had her head bent over Pierre's tomato muffin for 20 minutes and no danger. And she's keeping a very beady eye on Pippa's nicks.
That reminds me, Pippa and our Mr. McAuliffe are becoming quite an item. Hot news is he's given her his private extension. Well, no peace for the wicked. Must get back and chill my Montellimars.
I don't know. When I saw you with your jammed roller towel and your outmoded flush mechanism, I just wanted to reach out and protect you.
Oh, Stanley. All my life I've been waiting to hear a man say that. My first husband wouldn't have cared if my toilet door had opened straight onto my changing cubicle.
Never mind him. We won't be hearing from him again.
Yes, that was a stroke of luck, him winning the Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh, sorry, shall I back away and busy myself with the outside thermals?
No, stay, Jackie. I want you to be the first to hear our news. Mr. McAuliffe and I are getting married. We're going to set up a lavatory inspection service on the Isle of Sheppey.
Couldn't have wished for anything better for you, Mrs. Banstead, especially in the light of my bombshell.
Sorry, Jackie. Can't comprehend.
Well, I've been training to fly a helicopter, only a small one, and I'm going out to Africa.
Oh, to help all those poor people?
Yes, because really they don't seem to have access to the full range of hosiery fashion shades.
How tragic.
So, I'm going to airlift tights and stockings all over the Horn of Africa. Only a small operation. I won't be able to carry pop socks or the heavier ribbed varieties, but at least I'll be doing something.
That's marvellous news, Jackie.
My shop assistant.
Here's a hoo-ha. What the flick is going to happen to Pippa's nicks?
She have not moved since this morning, Roger. My jumbo salad bap, she has not even nibbled it.
More fool, ha.
Guess what, amigos? They've only sent me a batch of nougat misshapes. Thought of you two straight away. Since what? Still here?
Bullseye.
You hit the target there.
Do you know what I think?
No. What do you think, Pam?
We're pretty intuitive in retail confectionery, as you know. I think she's waiting for Pippa's nicks to fall vacant so that she can whip in and cop the leasehold.
And what sort of a shop do you think she will open?
Do you know, Pierre, even with 17 years in chocolate, I haven't got a clue.
I'll just put these novelty boxes in the Cavalier.
OK, my darling.
So tell me more about this mysterious woman who's taken over the lease.
The lease on the shop Pippa's nicks. There's not much to tell, really. Apparently she's a cleaner who was left a huge legacy when all her employees were killed in a mysterious food poisoning accident on the M42.
That is mysterious, because there are no services on the M42.
And she's moved here from a little town called Man...
Sorry to interrupt, Pippa. That new leaseholder, what is her moniker? Any glimmer?
She did give me that information. Was it Mac or Gabardine? I'm sure it was some kind of garment.
Well, let's hope she opens a clothes shop then. My wardrobe looks like the blooming Antarctic.
Empty.
Desolate.
Coffee, you look all in.
Emotional farewells to you. They take more out of you than a hysterectomy.
The operation.
Got it.
And we still have no idea what the new shop is to be.
I know, lads. Nothing ventured.
Nothing gained.
You read my mind. Do her a milky decaf, Pierre. She looks the type. I'll invite her over and we'll blooming well ask her.
That woman has a heart of gold for all her defensive chat.
Here she is, boys. Sorry, dear, I didn't catch your name.
It's a funny old name, but I like it. It's Overall. God, it's an Overall.
Welcome to the Mall, Mrs. Overall. You don't have to be mad to work here.
Oh, good.
We're desperate to know what the new shop is, Mrs. Overall.
Come and have a look once the painters have finished the lettering. settle in, I'll pop the immersion on and we can all have a nice cup of hot coffee.
I think the paint is half finished. Shall I take down the brown paper?
No, let me, Pierre. This shop is a little tribute to a very special lady who saw that I wanted for nothing. Not even 200 squeegee.
Well, I've got a box of Mackerson fondants under the counter. What say I crack it open and we all wish a whopping great Gloucesterford welcome to Mrs. Overall and Acorn Antiques.
Acorn Antiques!
Acorn Antiques!
Too much noise on the paper. Reset. And going again, please, from... You don't have to be mad to work yet. Straight away, please.
No, but what I've suggested to Tony, Philip, is that Acorn Antiques becomes the focal point of the whole shopping centre. Oh, we're going again?